Hello guys, this is Kincaid from 49, and in this video I wanted to talk to you guys. This video is mainly for new players and people who are recently just started playing IK, because it will have some important information for beginners regarding researches and academy. In this video I want to talk about how important are tech for your march, your progress, and basically everything. So I'm gonna talk about researches in order of importance, which kind of researches that is gonna make your life in IK easier, that is gonna make your progress in IK a lot easier, a lot faster than many other players who are just doing some random researches or going after marsh power, or maybe who are doing mainly PvP. Because it's all about your progress. It's all about how fast and how quick you can get these tech in order to either compete in kill events or in arena. And this is when tech really shine, because as you know, tech buff all your marshes together, not only one marsh that is being buffed. So I want to talk about production at first. There's the speedy construction research, which helps uh, the building speed, increases your building speed at max by 30%. It increases your building speed 3% at each and every level. So this one is very, very basic. You unlock this one at Academy level 1. I believe this is one of the very most important research that you need to start with. You need to get it matched with your castle level. I believe it could be maxed at at academy level 40. However, make sure that each and every time you upgrade your academy, make sure that your speedy construction research is up to the higher level that is available for you. Next is, I believe these are not that important at first, but what we're going for is the researches after. These researches helps to increase the speed of resource production in your territory. The line after increase the storage for the resources that could be stored. This one are for gold. This will be very important later on when you upgrade your dwellings. The reason these are not important at first is that you get so little gold in your territory anyway, so 30% increase will not be that big of a deal. However, later on you will see the difference once you upgrade your uh, resource buildings. It will take a better effect once your resource buildings are above level 35 or level 40. However, in the beginning, it won't make that much difference. Same for the dwellings. However, the gathering speed researches are very important. Also, it is very important for events such as King of the Hill research gathering speed day, and it helps you gather resource a lot faster. And since the big in every new server, there's basically no date castle available for you to farm, so your only source income, your main resources income, will be from gathering resources and the resources that is being produced in your territory. And we're here at the most important research that you need to go after at the very beginning of the game, which is rapid progress. Rapid progress is very important because it increases your technology research speed by 3% at each and every level. This is basically the most important tech that you need to go for, because it makes everything else easier. It makes every tech that you need to upgrade after rapid progress a lot easier. So once you get this rapid progress at a decent level, any other uh, research or any other tech that you need to upgrade will be a lot faster by at least, uh, let's say if you upgrade it to level 5, you get 15 uh, research speed at level 5. As I told you, it increases 3% at each and every level, which is actually huge. Now, this is for the production tree. If we come to the troops tree, the superhuman speed, it increases your marching speed. This helps a lot in hunting gnomes, doing raids, attacking bosses from a distance. It makes a lot of things easier. It makes your march a lot faster. And if it was combined by this talent, the flying shadow, no, not this one. Yeah, it is this one. The riding fast. This one at max level increases your speed up rate by 50% as well. So this is a 100% increase in your marching speed. It's gonna make your troops a lot faster in approaching their target. Now, troop stick at the very beginning of the game are way important than immortal. The reason of this because mainly uh, immortal researches adding more stats to the immortal themselves, and since the immortal have very low stats, usually at the very beginning of a server, investing in troops, in my opinion, is much more efficient and you can feel the difference. You can actually tell the difference in your march after upgrading or finishing few of these researches. However, the main target in your troops tree gotta be the special buffs for the troops. If you check the cavalry barracks, you can see here there are main four buffs or main uh, special buffs that is available for each and every troop. If we take a look here, so the first three buffs are always the same for each and every troop type. The first one is always about damage. I believe it increases your troop, each and every troop in your march. It increases the damage by 12 point. So 12 point for a level 1 or a level 4 troops is actually huge. As you can see, a shieldman have like 32 attack stat. So you increase this by, well, this is actually more than 30% attack for a level 2 shieldman. Even for a level 3 shieldman, it is still a big deal, to be honest. And as for bowmen, because bowmen usually have the same, I believe bowmen have the same attack as shieldmen. Yeah, they have the same attack. Also increases the bowman attack by 12 point. Same for the next buff. So your main target in troops tree should be the first special buffs for each and every mortal. They take considerably more resources and more time than any other tech that is being upgraded to level 10. It's only one level, however, it's gonna boost your troops and it's gonna boost your march power by a lot. You can actually feel the difference once you finish this tech and you can try to attack gnomes, attack some bosses. You'll be able to tell the difference right away. So the first one is mainly for attack. As you can see here, the cavalry attack is being increased by 12. It's the same for each and every group type. Our next target should be the next buff, which is the Archer Armory. Also, those one are very important since at the beginning of each and every server you attack a lot of cities, you attack a lot of garrisons. I'm not actually sure if this applies to the garrisons of the castles itself. However, I'm pretty sure that it applies to the city garrisons. Same for the walls, of course. 10% damage to the garrison and 10% damage to the wall at max level is actually huge. Same for the defense for the bowman. This one actually increases defense for each and every troop type by 12. Shieldman, spearman, cavalry, and bowman. At first, I struggle a lot whenever I used to attack or raid gnomes because I had a lot of this at bowman. I struggled because usually you use two bowmen in each and every march, so the death and the seriously wounded troops used to be mostly bowmen. So when I saw this research at first, I thought that I need to get this done in order to make my bowmen survive even more, and it actually made a lot of difference since bowmen have a very low defense. So increasing their defense by 12 point at the early of the game is actually very huge. As you can see here, For example, a level 3 bowman have like 32 defense. So increasing this by 12, this is actually like 30% defense increase for a level 2 or 3 bowman. So this should be your next target, this one here. And there goes one of the most important researches in the game, which is abundant supply. Most of the people underestimate abundant supply, but if you're an FTP player who's struggling with your EB, this should be your top priority in the beginning of the server. As you can see, it decreases the EP used on target by 30%. Let me show you an example. As you can see, there is a castle here right in front of me. So if I attack this castle, it only costs me 67 EB. This is also because I'm using the talent Packed Light. This one reduces my AP consumed by 5%. So mainly I have 30% EB decrease, which makes the targets that are close to me costs only 67 EB. So mainly I do a raid. If I do a big raid, it costs way. I mean, it costs a lot way less than other people have to pay EB for. Only because I invested a lot in my troop stake, I got my abundant supply to level 10. And let's see here. The researches before abandoned supply are very important. However, I didn't realize how important these researches back then. However, I got them to level 10 anyway for the abandoned supply. And then I realized how important these researches are. Anyway, I got them without realizing it. And then we have one of the most important special buffs out of uh, the other two that I mentioned, which is the potions, or this is what I'm calling them. This one increases your troops HP by 36. Each and every troops, of course, in your march. Same for cavalry, same for fieldmen. It's fixed for each and every troops. And if you take a look here, 36 HP at the very beginning of the game is actually huge. This is a level 3 troop. It has only 240 HP, so increasing this by 36%. I'm not actually sure if the percentages buff from the Alliance or the Academy Tech applies to the flat amount from this research. However, it also helps a lot in sustaining and surviving a lot of battles. So this is basically for the most basic tick that you need to go for. I wouldn't recommend going for the immortal tree yet. However, you can go for the veteran one. It helps a lot in leveling up your immortals. This one increasing your combat XP earned by the immortals by 20%. So if you are at the beginning of the server, you need to get your immortals to the max level as quick as possible. This one will help you a lot. And if you're also using a talent called, I think this one experienced, yeah, you get 4 stacks. You get a stack once every 6 hours. If you use it, you get a 100% bonus XP from the gnome. This will help you a lot in getting the max level for your immortals very quickly. However, for the other researches here, I wouldn't recommend it at the beginning of the server. However, later on, it will be very important to invest in immortals to reach this kind of tech, which increasing each and every immortal troops number. However, I believe this won't be available for new servers until they reach the conquest or they reach the season 1. So you better invest your speed ups and resources and focus troops at the beginning of each and every server. Now I want to talk about the special skills for troops. So each and every troop in IK have like a special tech or a special skill. As example, for bowmen, it helps bowmen to have a chance of firing 2 shots in a row. It's not 100%, of course. There's a probability. The probability hasn't been mentioned in the research. All it says that it's a chance to deal an additional normal attack. So this is for the bowman. For the cavalry, which I believe this is the most important one that you need to go for, this one has a chance to apply stun by normal attacks, of course, for 3 seconds, which I actually saw in a battle report. I don't know if I can show you guys, but unfortunately it does not appear in reports. Control, it doesn't appear in reports. However, you can see it very clearly in battles. I mean, if you're watching a replay and your cavalry immortal is in front of someone who doesn't have fighting master or is not immune to CC, you will be able to see that your cavalry immortal will be able to apply stun once in a while. Usually I see it 2 or 3 times in a fight. If I was very lucky, it applies 5 to 6 times in one fight. So this is for the cavalry. They are able to apply stun by normal attacks. For spearmen, they are able to swipe all enemies in a row. So it's a normal attack that is being applied to the front and the back immortal that in one line. I think this is actually huge if it's being proked a lot. However, again, there is no chance mentioned in the report. I wish that they can add more detailed information in these researches, since they cost a lot of resources and a lot of time to invest in. For Shieldman block, they are able to block a normal attack and there is a 3 seconds cooldown. The chance hasn't been mentioned, but this one at least have a detail. We know that it has a 3-second cooldown. So after 3 seconds, the Shieldman again will be able to block a normal attack. This helps a lot in front of immortals like Alexander, Hannibal Barca, which counts a lot in normal attacks. If I would like to recommend something, or if I'd like to recommend an order here, usually I would ask you guys to go for the bowman first. However, the bowman one is not that important in this line, so I would recommend going for the cavalry one, which I'm able to feel the difference whenever right after I upgraded it. I'm able to tell that the cavalry are applying stun to their opponent. For the other one, if you don't have the speed ups or if you don't have the resources, I recommend going for something else and keep them later on. I don't want to talk about these. These are very advanced. I haven't even started on them. However, they will be available in after the first conquest, I believe. So this is everything you need to know about the text at the beginning of each and every server at the early game. A quick recap: you need to reach rapid progress as quick as possible. You need to match your rapid progress level with your academy level. In troop stick, you need to aim for the special buffs for each and every troop, like the attack and defense and the HP ones. Also, don't forget the abundant supply. It will save you a lot of AP potions if you're struggling with AP. And for the special buffs, you need to focus the lance thrust for the cavalry first. And if you can afford the other ones, you can go for them. This is all for this video, guys. I wanted to talk about the new update that is coming soon. They released the batch notes. I read the batch notes, and apparently we're getting new talents for dragons. I already started hunting water dragons again, even though my water dragon is maxed. We will be able to view the talents very soon. I didn't actually check the talents myself. However, I know that it requires dragon crystals, so I recommend you guys start hunting even though your dragons are maxed. This is all for today's video, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.